Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So today we are going to talk about Biden's border. Was a pretty big topic over the last month, and it's gotten less and less press. I said I would keep y'all updated on how it was going once they started to lay out the logistics. When I made that video, the talking points were that it was completely unmanageable. It was a crisis. There was nothing we could do except business as usual and shut down the border and leave them on the other side of the border, because beyond America's borders live a lesser people. Okay, so I added that last one. But that was the general tone. Shut the border down, don't let them across, just let them suffer over there. Don't make any attempt to alleviate it. At the end of March, there were 5,764 unaccompanied minors in Border Patrol custody. They were waiting an average of 133 hours to be processed over to Health and Human Services. The legal limit is 72. There were cases where these kids were waiting 10, 11 days. Not acceptable. So what's it look like now? There are 954 unaccompanied minors in Border Patrol custody. The average wait time to be processed out is 28 hours. Seems like logistics worked. That's a reduction in both of about 80%. Now, to get a clear picture of the scope of how big this was, in March, Border Patrol apprehended 18,663 unaccompanied minors. So they were all processed through. It wasn't 5,700 being dropped down to 900. The total number processed was closer to 19,000. Now, when I made that video, I said that I expected there to be another backlog that occurred on the Health and Human Services side. So far, that's been avoided. That hasn't happened. We've got reports of employees being incredibly stressed because they're overworked and stuff like that. They are hiring, by the way. But the backlog hasn't occurred yet. It still might. So be ready for that if it occurs. But overall, I mean, it's not mission accomplished by any means. But the imagery that looked like the conditions from the previous guy, that's not happening right now. If there is another large influx that overwhelms the system, it could happen again. But the numbers are going to have to be more than 19,000 a month, that seems pretty unlikely. It looks like they have a pretty good handle on it. Now, yeah, part of this is saying, hey, logistics won, job well done, and all of that. But there's another part to it. These same people, these same talking heads that told you this was a crisis, it was unmanageable, the only thing that we could do was go back to business as usual. They're the same people that tell you that about every other problem this country faces. Whether it be climate change, or poverty, or education, or the minimum wage, mental health, homeless, anything. That's always the thing. The problem is just too big to solve. With enough time and resources and will, anything can be solved. So keep that in mind the next time the people who made it seem like this was just something that couldn't be done tell you something can't be done. It can be done. We just have to have the will to do it. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.